Mondays we have 4 events scheduled, Tuesdays 13 events, Wednesdays 3 events, Thursdays 16 events, Fridays we only have 3 events, and Saturdays we have 17 events. And again, I reiterate, please take into consideration that half of these are home games, so they're not missing the time. But when we did this research, we talked over with staff quite a bit, and right away you think in your head that Friday is the most missed day. But when you take basketball season into consideration and soccer and all the other programs we have, Tuesday actually is the most missed event, or the most scheduled events for our programs athletic-wise.
So what the calendar committee did was, we've been working on this for over a year. We've been gathering information, and we looked at the comparisons of what other school districts were doing. And 2 common days off would be a Monday off or a Friday off. So we just decided to build some models based on that. So what have we got here? The first one. Okay, we've got like 4 different models we've done. So based on 1,183 student contact hours that the Salida School District already does, and that's just student-teacher contact. Actually, this one came out 1,185. We looked at, just calculating, 158 days with 7.5 hours in a day, 450 minutes in a day, and it would be an 8 to 4 day, which is what several of the school districts around do, with a 30-minute lunch. Longfellow would be different because student contact time is different at the elementary. It is less. What is not in this calendar are teacher work days. So if we look at August, can we go back up to August? And this is just one of the ideas. Staff Development Day, August 19th. First day of school, August 22nd. And again, this is the one where Fridays are off. And then you can go through September, October, November. On this particular calendar, we did a half a day on the 23rd, half a day in December on the 22nd. Christmas break tended to align pretty closely to what we did on the 5-day week. And then, if you take a look at like February, it says February 20th, President's Day on because we're off on that Friday prior. March, spring break is at the end, April, May, and then it does take you into June. Last day for students is June 7th. And then teacher work day. Last day for students is June 7th, and then teacher work day, June 8th.
Could we see?
If there's a holiday on Monday, then do they go to school on that Friday? Or do they only have to go to school 3 days a week?
No. On the Friday calendar, when they have the Fridays off, if there is a holiday on a Monday, the kids would go to school on that Monday because they have that Friday off. So they would stick to 4 days a week.
So there's no
They
holiday.
wouldn't drop down to 3 days. So on the Monday, I'm going to pull up an example of a Monday. This is also the 8 to 4. And there are a lot more holidays on Mondays than any day of the week. And so those holidays would be, we would have off because we'd have our Mondays off. And so this calendar is very similar in start and end dates. Once again, it ends in June. That is approximately 10 days later into June. It's the 5-day calendar is around the 22nd or 23rd day. This one would end in June, 10 days more, but you would have all of your days off, your 1 day off during the week, which adds up to more than those 10 days that you extended here. Once again, the elementary school has a little more flexibility in having a longer lunch, having start and end days a little bit different because the required hours are less, 990 hours as opposed to 10 years.
Can you go on?
In looking at the 4-day calendars, I would like to hear from the principals and the athletic director in their opinion, which would be better, having the Monday off so their first day of the week is Tuesday, and as Jim said, that is their most scheduled days for sports, or having the Friday off and having their first day of school on Monday, so they're off, they're gone on Tuesday most of the time. They have at least 1 day with their teachers or instructors. And then looking at next year, not having anything at home, what is that going to impact the students?
I just want to correct one thing there. We will have games at home next year. We will play a full home series here for both basketball, looks like hopefully football. At this point in time, Jack's shaking his head, so hopefully football. So at this point in time, we should be able to play our full series of games here at the high school as we have in the past. I'll just start because that seems to be the biggest issue when it comes to high school students is, gosh, they're still going to miss that other day. And there's really just, we have a lot of students involved in athletic, and knowledgeable is always on Tuesdays or Thursdays. There's just so many things that are out of our control for scheduling. But I will have to say that our students who are involved in activities, in the past, we've averaged GPAs, we've looked at other things. Our athletes, our people who are involved in activities, maintain a higher GPA on an average than other students. I mean, they do miss time, but our students are pretty dedicated, and we have things available. We're trying different things this year to help them keep up. So for us, it's not, my first instinct was Fridays, but we know that hurts activities on Friday evenings. You have a game on Friday night, if you have no school Friday. A lot of people take advantage of that day, and so they're not there to come to the game that evening. So it hurts us in that sense too. For me, I don't really see a big difference in a Monday or a Friday off. It doesn't really make much of a difference to me personally as a high school principal. I just know that we're just going to have to really stay on our students and make sure that we're keeping with them and working with them to keep the grades up.
Maybe I think it's just getting past this decision. And once the decision is made, then we need a calendar before we get a schedule. And once the decision is made on the calendar, we'll work hard together to create some schedules. I think that's it.
I agree with the other two principals, but I'd like to add also that if the decision is made to go to a 4-day school week, that it will be incumbent and critical that our students attend on a regular basis on those days. It's not going to be in the best interest of the students to be as flexible as we have been in the past when students are excused from school for a variety of activities that are not necessarily school related.
Jackie, I don't really know. I'm not for Monday off or Friday off. I've done some research, and I told Tammy and explained Tammy this research that I got from an AD who I respect, and a lot of the coaches in the community I respect. And he told me, do not be quick and assume that Friday is the best day and he went on to say